Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over. The back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for Samaje Perine, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready! Block 15! Get ready! Get ready! Get ready! Split!
They'll run with Geis. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
You go tight. You got tight. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check.
Geis with a carry on second down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
I got you. Hey, orbit.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Let's talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I want that. Give me that ball.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Load it. 57's the mic. Wait, 89.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
All runners counting their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10.
12. Run 80.
He's coming.
Rivers. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the ground, Geis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the 1st quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
On 1st down, Lowe. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Here we go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. Bring it. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Come, run it.
Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
58, boy, 58.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. A deep ball for Dotson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Here's Pirine. He's got the first down and more past midfield. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down. Big edge.
They'll try the left side. It's low. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Jumper. Check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 6-0 our score after 1. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch.
And a give this time to the tailback. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. It's our field. Man, it's our round. 58, boy. 58 is Mike. Go. 58.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, Delta!
Throwing Rivers. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight end. Alert, alert. 3 out. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Mike's 50, Mike's. Let go.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Grant. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. It's brought in by Doxson. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Go, go, go.
On second down, it's low, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake, Rivers. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. I got him. Hey, check Mike.
Back to it after the pick six. Rivers going up top. He's got a man complete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They keep it with Smith on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
My, oh, my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A give to Smith out of the gun. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Complete. This is Lewis. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Buddy up. Minus 50. Minus 50. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
And Jackson throwing once more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. It's hauled in by Doxson. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D.
Now a run with Geis. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Hey, only go load it. Load it.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And that's caught by Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
380. Red.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Check 90. Block the key.
Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. They'll run on 1st down. Low. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. That one complete. He finds Sharp. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 34-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now a carry for P-Ryan. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
58, come on. 58, come on.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Geis. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9. Wait! Hey, here we go. Start!
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
80, 390.
In your face.
Hey, Delta.
57, Mike, 57.
0.
I'm coming.
Shit.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Block 11. Wait.
Touchdown, defense. 50.
Hey.
Let's go.
Alpha.
Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go.
Get on.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Titans. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Next to score, Titans 23, Jaguars 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 27, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Jackson. Completes it right side to Doxson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. My 50, my 50. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Hurry, hurry.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Montez Sweat. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Right here, right here. 58, right here.
4th down, here's Jackson. Looking deep here for Dion. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Ricky. Slam. Back.
Now Pirine. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st and goal, Jacksonville.
Check 24.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Tighten up.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Samaje Pirine. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are able to cut into that lead.
Let's go, team.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way now. It's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Titans. Taywan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jaguars 13.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Jackson down, throwing on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
180! 180!
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check.
954.
Geis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
And the Titans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Son, 180!
Bring it.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son! You gonna see me in your nightmares!
And they will take a knee here. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Tennessee, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.